Mira Murati, the past CTO of OpenAI, Thinking Machine Labs, her new company, raises $2 billion at a $10 billion seed round valuation. This is the largest seed round in history. And what was interesting is that this is double what Mira was seeking less than 2 months ago, meaning there's so much capital being thrown at this, right? One of the references that we had at the Abundance Summit was there's $1 billion per day being invested in the AI space today. Insane.
So, I was talking to an angel investor about this, right? And he was going, "This is kind of totally madness." I mean, so I've got two thoughts on this. One is, it's you're supposed to keep startups very lean and make them kind of beg for money and always hunt. $2 billion may be kind of what are they going to spend that on except for data resources, et cetera, et cetera? That's a question I've got. What's the use of fund that justifies this? And on the other side is this angel investor is complaining. I was like, well, if you could be her, you'd be her. If you can raise 2 billion, you'd go do it, and you clearly can in this market. So a fair bit of froth here, but God, all power to her, and hopefully they deliver that.
Yeah, I'm
But it's
excited
not
to
hard.
see.
It's not hard to imagine, looking at the rise of OpenAI and what else, that you could build unbelievable value very quickly. The precedent has been set. Can the team execute would be the question.
Yeah, the valuation for OpenAI, we talked about in the last episode of WTF in Tech, was $300 billion. So, I guess the question is, can you ride it from a $10 billion valuation up to $300 billion valuation? But pretty frothy if you ask me.
Yeah.
And there's a tremendous pressure on Mira to build value at that point. I mean, one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made as an entrepreneur is raising my valuation too fast.
Yes.
But if she's got, $2 billion in the bank account, she probably doesn't need to do another raise for a while. But can she
Well,
get to revenue?
if you look at venture history, right, the companies that raise money at the height of a boom market when it was easier to raise money never did very, very well afterwards because they'd raised too much money, they got bloated, and then when the fundraising market collapsed, they collapsed,
Yeah.
right? The companies that built during lean times on fundraising all did incredibly well on average, much better than the other ones because they had to struggle, they had to fight it out, they had to be much more uh, um, um, uh, selective as to what projects they took on or not, and they did much better. So that would be the danger here. You have to have incredible discipline to raise a lot of money and then not get bloated.
Yeah. I know with Dave Blunden, my partner in Link Exponential Ventures, when we're looking at a deal, especially in the AI space, we're getting in at the pre-seed, the founding day, early seed, but I'm looking for a company that's got revenues, even at the very beginning. This idea that I'm going to invest billions of dollars and then get to revenues is awfully dangerous.
Especially in this today's world, yeah.